For the April 22nd Hamblin monthly maintenance, this is the front left of their gardens that have been thoroughly weeded and raked, and the soil attempted to be fluffed. It's a little bit dry right now, but talked to Matt today and he said he's going to turn the irrigation on, so the whole system should be running this evening, or starting this evening, so everything will get properly watered. But we got the grasses, the lilies, the morning glory where it's dense is removed from that corner again. This beautiful shrub we dialed back. There are a lot of dead bits at the bottom and just need an overall pruning, and now it's much happier and has room to grow out. The dead grasses were really starting to pull through, getting the remaining ones out of there. There's new growth on a lot of these though. They're gonna start blooming soon, but this is what I mean, these blue grasses. But just super clean and tidy in and around, and this massive dirt space, nice and raked through all the way to the back wall. The wisteria pulled out. Any super drooping pieces that were just excessive from the wisteria were cut back today, especially around the driveway. And then the center, nice, clean all the way through. Got the bulbs, didn't have to deadhead too much. It should be noted that this little cushion right here is starting to die off around 50%. Might be nice if we have one of similar size to replace it with at HQ, so I'll take note of that, but you know, it's larger than my hand. It'd be nice to get another one in there. And then on this other side, pulling through the dead grasses, just trying to have the nice blue ones shine through. Same deal, picking up pine cones, pine needles, weeding, raking, fluffing the soil. And then I'll go through the front. The water feature was cleaned up before we did the leaf blower, so just getting all the debris around the stones. Not too much up here, just fluffing and not really even weeding. There's nothing to weed up here lately. Just getting all this picked up. More growth on the boxwoods, and we are trying to keep them individual, so over time we're going to slowly let them grow more and then cut the corners more to be more round. Kind of rounding them out. And just cleaned up all throughout here. All throughout here. A little dry over here for sure. And then this is the spot that we're going to replace next time if we have one. It's the proper size boxwood for this area. It's probably just, 2 feet at most of soil space down there. Another view, and then lots of pine cone droppings from a squirrel that lives right up above. So we're really attacked in here, fluffing and weeding through the soil as well. Noting that these guys are getting super crispy. It's a little bit concerning, so hopefully with irrigation on, things will be changed in a month. Oh, there's our squirrel up there. I don't know if you can see him munching away. So some lower vines were removed from the wisteria so we can reach around better, have the trucks get in here safely. On the side, we really picked up a lot of debris, and then fluffed this beautiful exposed soil around the yarrow and the blue grasses, and also picking up pine needles and pine cones all the way down the entire property line there, and weeding the sidewalk and the driveway as well. A couple random weeds here and there. There's another view of super clean and tidy. And all around here. And the bulb patch. And the driveway was blown out. There's just a little cluster of petals from the tree above in this one location. Otherwise super clean. We had a lot of time to deep dive today with really good weather and very capable individual team. And then through here, this actually got all picked up, all the debris. And then around the back here. We took the ivy back off the wall a little bit, cleaned up all around here as well, and around their, house equipment. Got in this circle, fluffed it up, although there's a lot of roots exposed. Same thing here. We really cut back a lot of the vinca, the vines. They were dead, just brown strings everywhere. So unfortunately, we're just gonna have to have a lot of it grow back in. Hopefully throughout the season, we can kind of swoosh it around and it'll start taking up a lot of more space. Otherwise, we should think about planting a few more vinca clusters. There's somebody's tool. All of this was blown out as well, nice and clean. The vinca that was getting super tall was chopped back, and we're keeping it within the boundaries of the rocks. Same thing over here within the boundaries of the rocks. We even fluffed up this soil because it was looking like a desert, so just more cohesive. We did take back one branch that was covering up the dogwood, and now maybe the dogwood can have a better chance. It was getting really covered. And all this soil was weeded, raked, and fluffed through. And then along the edge too, just to make it look extra nice, all of the leaves were picked up. This is still looking really beautiful from last time when we did our thorough spring cleanup and got all the leaves from out here. This was cleaned up. The moss is tended to, although lots of brown patches. Back in here, fluffed beautifully, weeded, raked. No debris left. Blew out all of their patio furniture, which will put the pillows back and pick up any sticks that are remaining or persistent. Just because they have a lot going on this patio. And here we go. And then all of the pine needles from this area were picked up, as well as the furthest edge we got down here. Beautiful. So the whole thing all the way down. No more clusters of ancient decaying leaves. We actually got all the way back here along the fence, so that's nice and taken care of, as well as the rest of these lower levels. Found lots of toys. Okay, and then through here, weeding, raking, fluffing the soil, aerating it all along this bed, tidying up this walkway of pine needles, really raking through. Took the vines back pretty far so that they don't get crazy when they start blooming and growing and leafing everywhere, but just way, way cleaner. There we are. So glad we were able to do that today, all the way to the property line. And then some really intense weeding in this tulip field. So they planted some tulips here. The main goal was to replace this cement wall that was breaking down, so they replaced it. They still have those ornamental grasses wanting to pop all the way up, but just in the meantime, it seems like they planted some spring bulbs to give it a little color. But I think the plan is to let the grasses grow back up. The bulbs were just for fun, it seems, but we'll get some confirmation on that shortly. So there's vinca growing in here as well, but I think they still want the grass to grow. And then over here, just same as always, weeding, raking, fluffing. Things are still in the early stage of growth over here, so we didn't have too much to tend to, besides getting deep in here with the rakes and picking up grasses, dead grasses, pine cones, dandelions. It's dandelion season right now, there's a lot of them. And then all through here, we also did the weeding all along this bed and raking it too. The lower bed is the only one we didn't get to today, just this lower level. Seems like there's some grass that's like just dead grass cuttings that we could pick up, but not intense with the weeds or dandelions or anything. So pretty proud of what we were able to accomplish today. It's finishing sweeping up, and then we'll be back in May for our next monthly maintenance. Thanks.